You normally think, oh, the wrong thing we do is we take haram things and we make them halal. Nowadays, I would argue, equally big problem. You know what we're doing? We're taking halal things and we're making them haram. So the idea of Allah protecting us, how does Allah protect us? Allah protects us by guiding us. Allah's protection is delivered by Allah's guidance in the Quran. And this concept keeps on repeating itself. When in the story of Adam and Iblis, what did Allah tell Adam alayhi salam? I will send you guidance. And what did He warn us about Iblis? أَفَتَتَّخِذُونَهُ وَذُرِّيَّتَهُ أَوْلِيَاءَ مِن دُونِي? You want other protectors? You want Iblis to be your wali? Iblis is not my wali. Iblis is my misguider. He's there to misguide me. What is Allah doing? Allah is creating a connection between the concept of wali and the concept of guidance. I'm going to get ahead of myself and tell you something. That means if I develop relationships, if I develop connections, ties that start taking me away from guidance, then I have the wrong kinds of wali. I'll give you one example of that sticks in my head. I've noticed in the Muslim world nowadays, I've traveled to some countries, I don't want to name countries and embarrass them, but a lot of Christmas trees go up on Muslim country malls during December 25th season. And a lot of Muslim families living in Australia, living in Canada, living in the United States, living in England, put up Christmas trees during Christmas. And they put crescent moons on the thing. And instead of having a Santa Claus and the sleigh, they have the Santa Claus with a kufi on, and he has an axe, and the sleigh, the reindeer is getting his head. It's Zabiha. Like, no, I'm kidding. This is just an idea. I think somebody should do it. I don't know. For Eid al-Adha, at least we should have like our own version, like Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. But we said, no, it's harmless. It's harmless. It's just a holiday. It doesn't, you know what you're doing? You're slowly normalizing something that is so offensive to Allah. The celebration of God having taken a son, right? You're normalizing that, and slowly things that Allah hates, you're not hating them that much, right? And slowly you're letting go of Allah as wali because of your friendship and closeness to others, right? I have very good, very close Christian friends. I have friends that are agnostic. I even have a friend who's Catholic and atheist. I don't know how that works, but it does for him. Somehow it works for him, at least in this dunya. I jokingly tell him. But their values, my friendship to them has a limit. And in some things, there is a bara'ah from them. In other things, there's sadaqah, there's friendship, I care about them, they care about me, we're bros. But in other things, there's a line that I will just not cross. And it's just not going to, and they know it. They know it, And so this is actually a really important piece. The concept of Allah as our wali is connected to the concept of Allah as our guide. And that dictates the kinds of friendships we make. Because the ayah of Al-Baqarah contrasts Allah with Taghut, an implication is that one is denying the wilayah of Allah by rebelling against His commandments, against His guidance. This is why making halal haram and making haram halal is described as kufr elsewhere, but is described as taking another wali. If you make the false awliya, make halal haram and haram halal, right? And this, by the way, you normally think, oh, the wrong thing we do is we take haram things and we make them halal. Nowadays, I would argue, equally big problem. You know what we're doing? We're taking halal things and we're making them haram. You're like, well, I don't do that. Yes, you do. Your whole family does. Your whole family does. You have young men in your family that should be getting married, and they even like a girl and they want to get married, which is totally halal for them, and you're getting in the way. You're stopping it from happening. There are women that are old enough, they're adults, they're mature, they even have a job, and they're ready to get married, and they want to get married, and the only thing stopping them is the ego of their family. or their family's worship of certain cultural outdated norms that have no relevance to this young lady. And so what she wants is halal, but apparently you want to make it haram for her. And when you do that, when you take the halal and you make it haram, then let me tell you this, everything that's halal is like a need Allah put inside us, like a river flowing, right? And when you make it haram, it's like you block that river. What's going to happen to that water? It's going to flood the city. It's going to go in all kinds of wrong directions. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we close the door of halal, the gates of haram bust open. And then you don't get to say the youth are doing haram. No. You stop the door of halal. So you open the doors of haram. And this is part of what Taghut does. Taghut wants us, the rebel against Allah, the one who wants to reject Allah's guidance. They want to take the haram and make it halal, and they want to take the halal and make it haram.